What are the best and worst compact crossover SUVs that you can buy? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. For this video, I'm going to share 5 of the best compact crossover SUVs that you can buy for 2024 with the best overall design, reliability, safety, and value for your money. I'm also going to share 5 compact SUVs that are the total opposite that you should not be wasting your money on. But before getting into it, remember, if you enjoy and get value out of this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. So let's start off with the first SUV that you should be buying, and that would be the Subaru Forester. The Forester is one of those SUVs that has a very strong following. Owners are generally very happy with them and keep them far longer than the average vehicle. For one thing, it has an excellent reputation for reliability, with very few quality concerns over the last 2 generations. And because it's known for being very reliable, it also maintains its value extremely well over time. It also has a top safety pick rating from the IIHS, and it comes standard with a lot of great active safety technology that's part of Subaru EyeSight. Now, the Forester is not exactly the best performing SUV. For one thing, you can only get it with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, which doesn't exactly have the best power and only so-so fuel economy. And sadly, there's no hybrid options available either yet. But it is a comfortable SUV, and it does have one of the best all-wheel drive systems available from any brand. It's also extremely well priced, and because it's reliable and holds its value extremely well, you're getting excellent value for your money. So all things considered, you really can't go wrong choosing this one, making it a really easy recommendation. But sadly, the same can't be said for the next SUVs on the list, which are the Chevrolet Equinox and the GMC Terrain. Now, I'm putting these two together because they are mechanically identical SUVs from General Motors. The Equinox and Terrain are not exactly terrible choices, but they are fairly mediocre and strike you as vehicles that you're more likely to rent than buy. They are both fairly dated when it comes to their technology and overall designs. And they aren't especially great performers either. The most popular engine choice is the 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, which is a little bit unspectacular when it comes to performance and fuel economy. And even though so far it has proven to be more reliable than the seriously problematic 2.4-liter engine that it replaced, with GM's iffy reputation for having pretty spotty reliability, who really knows how great they're going to be in the long run? Certainly, the lower than average resale value is an indication the lack of trust that consumers have in these models. They're also not especially great buys when it comes to their pricing, and they don't have a top safety pick rating from the IIHS either, so there's really not a whole lot going for these two SUVs. And now let's move on to the number 4 SUV that you should be buying, and that would be the Honda CR-V. The CR-V is one of the best-selling compact SUVs on the market, and there are many great reasons for that. Although it is still considered a compact SUV, it has grown in size to the point where it has almost as much interior space and cargo space as some mid-sized SUVs, making it extremely practical. It also has a really well-made and up-to-date interior with great technology, and the CR-V has an excellent safety rating from the IIHS. You can get the CR-V with either a 1.5 turbo 4-cylinder engine or a super fuel-efficient hybrid, which is arguably the much better option. The CR-V is also a great driving SUV in terms of its performance, handling, and comfort, making it a really well-rounded choice. And to top it off, the CR-V has an excellent reputation when it comes to reliability, making this a great SUV to buy for the long term, having very few repair concerns. It is a little bit on the expensive side, especially if you go for the hybrid, but there's no questioning its overall excellence, and it's still a great well-rounded choice. But I wouldn't say the same about the next SUV, which is the Volkswagen Tiguan. On the surface, the Tiguan appears to be a really attractive SUV, with plenty of interior space, a nice driving feel, and even a great safety score. But don't be fooled, because this is an SUV that carries a bit more risk and potential expense than most of its competitors. The issue is that the Tiguan has a spotty reputation for reliability, even coming near the bottom of Consumer Reports' annual reliability study. Volkswagens are generally known to be quite expensive to repair past the warranty period, certainly a lot more so than most of their competitors. So this is one that's best to lease for a few years and then return it before the warranty is up. That is, if you can get a decent deal on one, which is questionable given how expensive these SUVs are. So if you're looking for a similar SUV that has a lot of style and a premium feel, you'd be much better off going with the next SUV in the number 3 spot, which are the Mazda CX5 and CX50. Now I'm putting these two together as 3A and 3B because they are essentially very similar SUVs. The CX5 and CX50 overlap in terms of their overall size, the pricing, and even the options and drivetrains that you can get. Both give you the choice between a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine or a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that produces up to 250 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful compact SUVs that you can buy in its price range. They also come with a conventional 6-speed automatic and standard all-wheel drive, and both the CX5 and CX50 have a surprisingly sporty feel with excellent handling and ride comfort. But not only are they great to drive, but both SUVs also come with really high quality interiors that make them feel like borderline entry-level luxury vehicles. They're really well made, nicely finished, come with great technology, and they also have excellent safety ratings. Now, much like the Forester, neither the CX5 or the CX50 have the best fuel economy, and you can't buy them as hybrids either, which is a bit of a downside. But they are known for being extremely reliable, long-lasting SUVs that have very few repair concerns, and they also maintain their value really well over time. So if you want a really well-made, premium-feeling, sporty SUV, both the CX5 and the CX50 are excellent choices. And now moving on to another compact SUV that you should not be buying, we have the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Now, although I wouldn't exactly call this one a terrible SUV, it's really hard to make a strong argument for choosing the Eclipse Cross over its much better competitors. It's a fairly dated SUV when it comes to its technology and design. With a small 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine, it doesn't have especially great performance or fuel economy. But the most concerning thing about it is that it has a fairly alarming safety rating from the IIHS, which ranked it as one of the least safe compact SUVs that you can buy. And even though they seem to be reasonably reliable and they do come with a really long powertrain warranty, servicing can still sometimes be an issue, thanks to Mitsubishi's really small dealer network. At the end of the day, this is a really small company in North America, and parts availability and servicing could become an issue down the road. So I really wouldn't bother with this one, and instead would go for a much better alternative instead, such as the next SUV in the number 2 spot, which is the Toyota RAV4. All things considered, the RAV4 is one of the best and safest compact SUVs that you can buy right now. It has a terrific reputation when it comes to its reliability, low repair and maintenance costs, and also maintaining really strong resale value. You can also get the RAV4 with either a gas engine or a super fuel-efficient hybrid, and if you can find one available, it's also available as a plug-in hybrid with the RAV4 Prime. Toyota is known for making some of the best hybrids available on the market, and both the RAV4 Hybrid and Prime have an amazing combination between both performance and fuel economy. The RAV4 is also a really practical and spacious SUV. It has great technology and a really good safety rating from the IIHS. There's just a lot of value here, so it's really no surprise that the RAV4 continues to be one of the best-selling SUVs that you can buy on the market. But not all popular SUVs are great ones to buy, and the next one on the list is a great example of that, which is the Ford Escape EcoBoost. Now, unlike the Escape Hybrid, which is actually a pretty good SUV, the Escape EcoBoost is a completely different story. Ford offers two different EcoBoost engines, a 2-liter 4-cylinder or a 1.5 3-cylinder turbo engine, both of which have a history of being somewhat problematic. There are a lot of potential reliability issues with these two engines. They've also been involved in a number of safety recalls, and the Escape is also sometimes known for having transmission and some electronic issues as well. And given that the Escape is not exactly a class-leading SUV when it comes to its technology, design, or performance, and it also doesn't really have very aggressive pricing either, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to consider one. Instead, what you should be buying is the next SUV in the number 1 spot, which is the Toyota Venza. No question, the Venza is one of the best compact crossover SUVs on sale today, and there are many reasons for that. Unlike the RAV4, which is available with either a regular gas engine or a hybrid drivetrain, the Venza is exclusively sold with Toyota's hybrid system. And that makes it one of the most fuel-efficient compact crossovers that you can buy right now. But it's not only extremely fuel efficient and has great performance, but this is also an extremely reliable SUV, one that you can hold for a really long time, having very few repair concerns. The Venza is also a really well-designed SUV when it comes to its technology, its safety, and its spacious, practical interior. It's not the easiest SUV to get your hands on. Toyota hybrids are in really high demand, and sometimes you'll have to wait a really long time to order one. But all things considered, this is still one of the best SUVs available on sale today. But sadly, the same can't be said for the last compact SUV on this list, which is the Jeep Compass. I have not been shy to criticize the Compass in the past, and there are many reasons for that. To put it simply, the Compass is an overpriced, underperforming, poorly designed SUV that doesn't have a great reputation for reliability or resale value either. Although some owners have been happy with them, they do have a well-documented history of having a number of quality and reliability concerns, which is really no surprise for Jeep, which has a history of being really problematic across their lineup. And yet, their vehicles are also extremely expensive and often really overpriced for what you're getting, and that's certainly the case with the Compass. Although Jeep has tried to make some improvements to the Compass over the years, at the end of the day, this is just an SUV that's not worth wasting your money on. Now, I know that there are probably a lot of happy Compass owners out there, just like there are a lot of happy owners for the other SUVs that I rank poorly on this list. But it doesn't mean that those owners are the norm. More often, they are the exception. You can find good and bad with almost any car brand, but at the end of the day, if you just want to increase your likelihood of having a positive ownership experience and also decrease your likelihood of having issues in the long run, well, following the recommendations on this list is the easiest way to do that. So let me know what you thought of this video, and if you have any suggestions for any future car videos, just leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also check out my other car videos by clicking these links over here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you need additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.